Welcome to Celebrity Q&A, the show where we finally answer the question, are celebrities just like us? Now, I'm going to have a lot of fun doing this show, but the thing is, this is the only show where you guys are going to get the authentic answers for our celebrities just like us using data. How this is going to work is I'm going to invite my guest on. He's going to think it's just like a regular interview where people are just like talking, conversing, being conversational. But the thing he doesn't know is that I'm going to sneak in some questions that I dug up from the internet that celebrities have been asked. And then later we're going to compare the answers. And if he gets it right, then we'll know that he's just like the celebrities. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and don't worry. Today's celebrity is Sir Ian McKellen. He is an actor. You know him from the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and the Hobbit trilogy, and the X-Men trilogy. And my regular person guest is Carson Bokenfohr. All right, now welcome to the show, my guest. It's Carson Bokenfohr.
How's it going?
Pretty good. How's your week been?
It's been okay. Not a lot going on.
Yeah, quarantine, right?
Yeah, playing a lot of video games this week.
Is that's your thing? That's what you do?
It's one of them. It's one of the things I do. Also, read. We're watching It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia in the house right now. I work, so
This is Jake's super special podcast, by the way. So that's what you'd say, like, as to the question, how do you relax?
Yeah, find a couch. Anything that can be done on a couch is how I relax.
Yeah, I mean, me too.
Cool.
I like to play video games and watch TV. Read a book.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm reading Who Has Seen the Wind.
Cool. That looks like a good book. I like the cover.
It takes place in Saskatchewan.
Have you ever been to Saskatchewan?
You're a pretty musical guy, aren't you?
Yeah.
Why don't you tell the viewing audience the kind of experience, the way you engage with music?
I love music. I listen to all kinds, but I also play piano and ukulele and I wouldn't say I play guitar. I sing. I write music a little bit. I dabble.
What kind of music do you like?
To listen to, everything. I don't think I've found a genre of music I don't like except for like heavy metal. Like this, like if you can't understand what they're saying because they're growling so much, it's hard. It sounds like a lot of noise. But other than that, I just love music.
Me too. I like listening to like singer-songwriter.
That's your jam?
Totally. I just the authenticity pouring through their veins. So, where are you coming to us from right now?
I'm just at home today, actually. Was supposed to go out about but I'm not.
You're you're in your bedroom, did you say?
I didn't say that, but I am.
Oh, good guess.
Yeah. I mean, no, I mean, you can see, like, there's blankets over, oh, where am I? Over there, and that's my towel there. You know, some art on the walls, and it looks like it could be a bedroom. It's probably not an office, you know.
You a big morning routine kind of guy?
I wish I was. I want to be.
What time do you usually get up in the morning?
Oh God, usually varies somewhere between the 9 and 10:30 area. At this point, I was working night shifts for a while there, so I was waking up at 3 p.m. was my morning, you know.
That's cool. You seen anything good recently?
Like, yeah, we've watched a couple really good movies here recently, and I can't think of them for the life of me. I watched Midsummer and Hereditary recently, one after the other. I mean, Ari Aster's just a friggin' master. I didn't mean to rhyme there, but it's hard not to when your name rhymes with master and you're just a craftsman in horror films.
You're a pretty big movie guy?
I don't know. I mean, I like TV too. That's the problem. Like, they're just different. They're such different mediums, you know. TV used to be like cheap movies, and now it's its own thing. It's.
I'm a big fan of the movies in the early 2000s.
Okay.
Tell the people, just so they know, what was it like with Brendan Fraser?
You know, I think the best way to describe my relationship with Brendan Fraser is I saw a movie probably 2-3 years ago that was for sure geared for children, and it was Brendan Fraser was like a bunker child. He like grew up. Have you ever seen this? He like grew up in a nuclear bunker, and it's like a weird comedy. And I never knew this movie existed, and I never knew that Brendan Fraser was in it. And it was like kind of at the peak of his fame, and I feel like that's the best way to describe my relationship to Brendan Fraser. It's like, oh shit, okay, you were in a thing and it did well, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. You know.
We're getting toward the end of this first half here. I'm just gonna broaden out a little bit, if that's okay with you.
Oh sure, yeah.
Tell me your perception. Tell me about the experience of being knighted.
Oh God, that would be a dream come true. I don't know if non-Brits can be knighted. I certainly don't know any reason why I would be, but God, do I think about it a lot. You know, OBE baby, OBE.
OBE.
Yeah, Order of the British Empire. That's like, you know, when you see a knight, like it'll say like I don't know, Sir, is Patrick Stewart knighted?
I think so.
It'll say like Sir Patrick Stewart OBE, or like Dame Judi Dench OBE, Order of the British Empire. That's how you know they've been knighted.
It's like doctors, MD.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I didn't know what OBE was.
Yeah.
You learn something new every day. Thank you for teaching me.
Hey, I try.
And we're just gonna end with a fun one.
Okay.
What part of you is Gandalf the Wizard?
My patience.
That I love to hear that.
I think that would be the best way to put it. I think a lot of bullshit happens that I just deal with eternal calm, and I think I am Gandalf, you know.
Cool. I was always more of a Frodo, you know, chosen one to be the hero for all time.
But like reluctantly, right? Like that's pretty important there.
Reluctantly, yeah. I take on the burden, and I say why. Okay, well, when we come back, I'm gonna have a special surprise for you, and it's gonna be super fun. Stick around. Okay, we'll be back in a second. Enjoy your break. And welcome back to the show. You have a good break, Carson?
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Well, I gotta let you in on something. You, sir. I've pulled the sheet over on you. I got you.
Okay. How?
This is not Jake's special podcast. This is a show called Celebrity Q&A.
Okay. What does that mean?
Well, little did you know that in the first half of that, I sneakily snuck in some questions that have been asked in real life to celebrities.
Okay.
And now, using actual data and authenticity, we're going to answer the age-old question, are celebrities just like us?
Cool. All right. Which celebrity?
The celebrity that you were compared to today is none other than Ian McKellen.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah, you might know him from the Lord of the Rings films or the Hobbit trilogy or X-Men.
Yeah.
Now, instead of having a second half of conversation like you thought we might, I bet you thought that.
No, I was just preparing for more questions.
But instead of that, we're going to go over the results live or taped.
Great. Yeah. Let's do it.
And just so the audience knows, you can vote, but make sure you vote within the time frame, because if you don't vote an hour after the publishing of the video and you don't call the right number, your vote won't be tallied. So make sure you call 555-9200 extension 643. I think that's right. 555-9200 extension 243. So get on that, because Carson needs your help. It's a hard rubric.
Is there a prize? Am I playing for anything?
Yeah. Okay. So the ultimate threshold that you want to reach in this show, we've bumped up the rubric. We've made it a little bit harder for me to really consider you to be like Ian McKellen, because it's an important thing to be like Ian McKellen. You must reach 800,000 points.
Wow, that's a lot of points.
It sure is. And if you reach the 800,000 points, then you get the prized plane.
The prized plane. Cool. Is that like a real thing?
Yeah, it's like a trophy. No, it's more of an idea, and like you can kind of like you can print it out, and also comes with it is a $30 Subway gift card.
Okay, yeah, playing for that gift card, playing for that Subway gift card.
And because I'm nice, there's a second place. If you reach 700,000 points, then you get the black and white sunglasses.
Oh, I'm guessing that's also probably not real.
It's also not real. You can print it out though if you want.
Okay, cool.
And that one comes with a $5 Starbucks card.
Okay. All right. Second place Starbucks. Not bad.
Okay, let's start going through these results. So Carson, Little did you know that I was asking you these questions. You answered with complete authenticity. The first one that I asked was, how do you relax? And this is what you said.
Yeah. Find a couch. Anything that can be done on a couch is how I relax. Yeah, still true.
Yeah, pretty. Yeah, that's how I relax too. Unfortunately, that's not how Sir Ian McKellen relaxes, because this is what he said. I enjoy a late night Sudoku, but especially being with friends.
Late night Sudoku. Interesting.
Yeah, so he's not much for like mindless kind of entertainment like we are.
No, absolutely not. Wow. That's wild, yeah.
But I look at you and I think he's a pretty social guy. So I think you kind of like, based on my perception, you share a lot of the social DNA that he has.
Okay. Yeah.
See, I'm a fair judge.
Okay, thank you.
So I'm gonna give you 100,000 points.
Okay, cool. On our way, baby, on our way.
Yeah, on your way there. The next question that I asked you was, what kind of music do you like? Do you remember that?
Yeah, and I said all kinds of music. I told you what kind I didn't like.
This is what you said.
To listen to, I mean, everything. I don't think I've found a genre of music I don't like except for like heavy metal. Like this, like if you can't understand what they're saying because they're growling so much, it's hard. It's just, it sounds like a lot of noise. But other than that, I just love music. Yeah. So I told you what kind of music I liked and what kind of music I didn't like.
Yeah, no, that's what you said. And this is what Sir Ian McKellen said. I hardly ever listen to music at home. I prefer going to concerts. I enjoy classical music and pop, but my favorite kind of music is American traditional jazz.
Huh.
So, like, but I mean, again, fair judge, even though he said that he doesn't listen to music at home, and you didn't say anything about that. And you mentioned that you didn't like heavy metal. He didn't mention anything about heavy metal. But again, I look at you.
In his music, he said pop, classical, and jazz. Those are probably about as far away as you can get from heavy metal.
Okay, I mean, you make a good point. I was gonna give you 100,000 points for that answer, but I'm gonna bump it up. You see, this is good. I'm giving you 200,000 points for that answer. So
really,
so if we look at the scoreboard, you have 300,000 points.
I'm almost halfway to 800,000. I'm almost halfway there.
Yeah, you're making strides.
I'm not exactly sure what is it being judged on?
Yeah, we want to answer the age-old question, are celebrities just like us?
Got you. Okay. So, okay, yeah, no, all right. Sorry, yeah, go ahead.
And trust me.
I do.
Do you?
Yeah, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm on the, I guess, not super special podcast.
Hey, it's still super special.
Sorry, you just started this half by saying it was. You said it was like it's not the super special. It's you basically started by saying gotcha. So we're good. We're good though. We're good.
Okay, right. You make a valid point there. You're right. I did say that.
I would like to continue, though. It feels like that moment where you're going to say, do you want to continue? And I do. I absolutely do.
I want to continue too. This is going great.
We're doing it. Thank you. Thanks for having me again. I just want to say thanks again for having me.
You're welcome. And thank you for saying thank you for having me.
Hey, you're welcome.
And since you pointed out that I did say those words, I'm going to award you with an extra 50,000 points.
That's not why I did it, Jake, but I appreciate being appreciated.
And I appreciate authenticity.
Hey, you're welcome.
So the next question that I asked you was, what time do you wake up in the morning? And this is what you said.
Oh god, usually varies somewhere between the 9 and 10:30 area. At this point, I was working night shifts for a while there, so I was waking up at 3 p.m. was my morning, you know.
And this is what Ian McKellen said. If I am working, I get up 1 hour before I have to leave the house. If I am not working and I went to bed late the night before, I get up around 10 in the morning.
Hey!
Hey!
That was, you know what? I kind of nailed that.
This is going great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, you mentioned the 9:30-10 thing, which is pretty bang on. So I'm going to award you with 300,000 points.
Holy shit, I have 650,000 points?
Yeah, you're making your way. I think it's 550, isn't it?
No, you gave me 100, then 200. I'm 50,000 points away from a friggin' Starbucks card, aren't I?
And the black and white sunglasses.
I mean, we're doing it for the Subway card, that $30, that 800,000 points, but I'll take what I can get, baby. This is exciting.
Okay. Are you ready for the next question reveal?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. The next one that I asked you was to do with Brendan Fraser. Do you remember that?
I do. I do, actually. Yeah, you asked me what my relationship with him was like.
I said, what was it like with Brendan Fraser? And this is what you said.
You know, I think the best way to describe my relationship with Brendan Fraser is I saw a movie probably 2-3 years ago that was for sure geared for children, and it was Brendan Fraser was like a bunker child. He like grew up. Have you ever seen this? He like grew up in a nuclear bunker, and it's like a weird comedy. And I never knew this movie existed, and I never knew that Brendan Fraser was in it. And it was like kind of at the peak of his fame, and I feel like that's the best way to describe my relationship to Brendan Fraser. It's like, oh shit, okay, you were in a thing and it did well, I guess, maybe. I don't know. You know. I cannot for the life of me remember the name of that movie.
Well, maybe it's this one that Ian McKellen's about to talk about.
Okay.
Not to give anything away, but I'm about to read. This is what Sir Ian McKellen said. Oh, Brendan. Well, there he was. He was what he appears to be. Brendan looks like that. Stunning figure he had, and worked it hard. He wasn't yet a star. He was about to become a film star with the release of one of his big movies. We got on terribly well. Canadian, theater background, so we rehearsed together sometimes, and usually without the director. We went through the script together. We noted things of mutual interest, so when we came to the rather hurried schedule, another cheap movie, that's what independent movies means. Cheap movies. So, maybe it was that movie that you're talking about.
I highly doubt it. I feel like it was like one of the Baldwins or like Dan Aykroyd or something.
I gotta say, unfortunately, we've been having such a great time with these results so far. But he was talking about working with Brendan Fraser, and you were talking about viewing him, which is just two completely separate things.
Yeah, I've never worked with Brendan Fraser before, so
I can't consciously give you many points for that, but because I feel bad, I'm going to give you 10,000 points.
I'll take it. I thank you. I accept that.
So if we look at your scoreboard, you're sitting at 660,000 points.
6,000 away from the big one. 666.
Okay. The next one was pretty interesting.
Are we coming up to the last question? I feel like
There's two more.
okay. All right. Let's hope this is a big score one. I'm looking for a big score on this one.
Yeah, you need it because you want to. You're losing the time to reach the ultimate threshold of 800,000.
Yeah, you get a couple big get a couple big scores, and you think you kind of have it in the bag, and then it gets down to crunch time, and you're
Okay. So the next question was, tell me about the experience of being knighted.
yeah.
Yeah, and this is what you said.
Oh God, that would be a dream come true. I don't know if non-Brits can be knighted. I certainly don't know any reason why I would be, but God, do I think about it a lot, you know? OBE, baby, OBE. Okay, pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, you taught me what OBE means, which I really didn't know before.
Okay, yeah. Thank you.
Okay, and this is what Sir Ian McKellen said. For me, there were two things about being knighted. In America, you really don't have anything to compare it to, although most countries do. It's not like an Oscar, for example, which are just given to people in the world of film. Knighthoods are given to all sorts of people from various walks of life. I rather like the idea of a nation saying to somebody, "Thank you," but I was openly gay, and there had only been one man before who was openly gay before he was knighted, Angus Wilson. So I knew it would be taken as a symbolic thing by many people, and indeed that was true. Some people, some gay activists, Derek Jorman in particular, thought I was doing absolutely the wrong thing by accepting any prize from a homophobic government. But I think for most people, gay and straight alike, it was a genuinely hopeful sign, flipping the page, that if an openly gay man could be invited to the palace and be knighted by the Queen, then that was the establishment at last having to accept that there were in their midst people of the Queen's staff, running the Queen's army, running the Queen's government, certainly in the Queen's National Theatre, gay men and women who were valued members of society as much as anybody else, and that there should be no barriers to their careers or what contributions they could make if they chose to come out and say they were gay. And also, as an activist in class-controlled Britain, it's very useful to have that title on your name. It opens doors that otherwise wouldn't be open for you. It gets you invited places. You are utterly respectable. They can't deny you exist. So I've been able to use the title to help people who've been trying to get into these doors that they've been banging on for years.
That was quite profound.
Carson, I got to be straight up with you here. I can't give you any points for that answer, you know? I just feel like you didn't realize the significance of the question. Like Sir Ian did.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think that his was a lot more important for our society.
Yeah. Yep. No, I completely missed the ball on that one. I'll agree. Absolutely.
But you did teach me about OBE, which I'm thankful for. So, in the world separate from points and the game, I'm thankful.
Hey, no problem. Yeah, no problem. My pleasure.
I still can't give you points. Okay, now we're ready for the last question. This is the big one.
Cool. 40,000 points, and yeah.
You need 40,000 to reach the black and white sunglasses, and you need 140,000 for the subway card.
And the plane
Right, the what was it? The golden plane or
is something plane. Prize plane.
yeah. So I asked you what part of you is Gandalf the wizard,
Yeah.
and this is what you said.
My patience. My patience.
All right, I respect that answer and I like it a lot.
Thank you.
I'm a big fan of the trilogy, so that's close to my heart.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. I just wanted to give an answer that people would like. Oh.
And I got to say that I feel like I learned about you in the period of doing this.
Cool. I'm glad. Me too. Like I learned about me too.
Okay, so have I tossed it to what you said already, didn't I?
Yep.
Okay, cool. This is what Ian McKellen said. I think perhaps the man who, when he knows he's right, wants everyone else to accept it and get on doing what's right themselves. That aspect. But Gandalf was a rather easy part. Shh. I listened to Tolkien reading The Hobbit out loud. What a show-off. If anyone thinks that he wouldn't have enjoyed the movies, I think that recording would prove them wrong, because he clearly likes the idea of his story being theatricalized. But once I listened to that, and then the wig, and the bit, and the wrinkles, and twinkling through that mask, there he was. And, sorry, I lost my place. And once I'd seen him, poof, that was the end of any problem. And the story, of course, was so strong. The situations were so alive and alert. And on the whole, these characters say exactly what they mean. There isn't a deep subtext you're having to worry about. It's not Chekhov, it's Tolkien. It's very on the nose, to the point, and so relatively easy to play. I like that bit that he said about it's not Chekhov, it's Tolkien, because I'm a big fan of the trilogy.
The Chekhov trilogy?
The Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Oh.
It's just pretty clear that you aren't like Ian.
Can I have 6,000 points? At least that way I can end up with 666,000.
No.
Ah!
No, this is the rules of the game, and it's a fair game. I made it very fair.
I don't.
I'm a fair judge. I played fair, and it's fair, and I'm the one here who's trying to make us connect to the celebrities, because
I just wanted to be like Ian McKellen. I thought I was more like Ian McKellen.
I just wanted you to be like Ian McKellen. I'm the mad one. I'm out. I can't do this. I can't. Well, looks like our guest just couldn't get it done today. Not enough points, and we know that he's not just like the celebrities. Join us next time, and we'll ask the same question, and maybe we'll get different results.